Let's stand for the Lord's Prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's keep standing a second here. I'd like to have a moment of silence for Solomon Bidding, who passed away on June 27, 2020, and Phyllis LePay, who passed away on June 29, 2020. They both served on a Shamokin area school board. And we had a student pass away this past week, Luke Maroli. So let's have a moment of silence for them three, please. Thank you. Roll call, please.
President, Mr. Persing.
Here.
Vice President, Mrs. Hoppenstein. Here. Secretary, Mr. Anderson.
Here.
Treasurer, Mrs. Scandal.
Here.
Mr. Griffiths.
Here.
Mr. Kashner.
Here.
Mr. Shuey. Mrs. Smoogen.
Here.
Mr. Sosnowski.
Okay, this time we'll have citizens' comments. Chris?
Okay, so if anybody has any comments, they can email them to me at cvenna@indians.k12.pa.us, which is on your screen. And because there's a little bit of a delay, we'll take a few minutes and give them the opportunity to email any questions or comments that they may have. Still have nothing? Give another minute?
Yeah.
Okay, I have nothing.
Okay, work session, Chris.
Okay, tonight we're going to have a little presentation on our health and safety plan. So we have that up on the PowerPoint. Okay, so basically tonight we are going to ask the board to approve our health and safety plan for reopening for the 2021 school year. Just a couple of items. Our plan obviously is a fluid document and it's based on local, state, and federal guidelines, which we will continue to develop over time. So it is fluid, which means it could constantly be changing, and as things change with the virus, we will adjust accordingly. Our plan is based on the district's ability to follow all state, local, and federal guidelines to the best of our ability. However, keep in mind, the plan is developed to reduce the level of risk, but it does not completely eliminate risks and exposure. Our goal is to fully reopen on the first day of school, which is Monday, August 24th. However, it's very possible that we may be forced to change our plan based on further guidance from the state. Our admin team has been working very hard, pretty much nonstop, to prepare for any and all options, and we are prepared to change in a moment's notice if need be. So Right now, we feel that the plan we have is the best plan we have for our students and families. We obviously feel that our students need to be in school with their teachers as the best way to learn. And we want to work with our families and give them the ability to choose what's best for their child. And also, the parents, will have that flexibility and comfort of being able to choose what they want with their children, and then also each month be able to change that. So what I have up here is what we're considering option one, which is a full return. Our intent is to allow all students to return to in-person instruction beginning on Monday, August 24th, 2020, which is the first day of school. And we will be giving families two choices, which will be available under this plan. And the first choice is 100% in-person instruction. Your child can attend school in person using the social distancing and personal protective equipment enhancements made by the Shamokin Area School District. Or you can choose 100% online instruction. Your child can attend school remotely, and we have a separate fact sheet about that we will be posting tomorrow, and I will probably display that here at the end of my presentation. And each family is going to be required to commit to one of these two options for the start of school. We will be having a survey go out tomorrow. You'll get something on Facebook or on our website. Click on the survey, complete the survey. When you complete that survey, you'll pick one of those two options that we just discussed to start school. And then on the first of each month, you'll have the opportunity to change what option you would like, assuming that nothing else changes with COVID or the governor's office. So for example, you can pick to be online to start school. If you're not comfortable sending your child to school, you can start off online, and then after the first 3 or 4 weeks of school, you decide that you'd like your child to start attending school in person. You can switch that up and begin that on October 1st. You can change again on November 1st and December 1st, so on and so forth. If you choose the 100% in-person instruction option, obviously one of the questions is, will my child be safe in school? We will be requiring face coverings as per the government's mandate when 6 feet of social distancing is not able to be maintained. That will be including all times that students are in the hallways, going to their lockers, moving through the lunch line, etc. We will be providing face coverings, washable ones for those in need. We will be trying to make our hallways designated as one directional where we can. We will be limiting all large group gatherings. We've purchased, I believe, 4 air mister disinfecting machines to clean and sanitize our buildings. Our custodial staff will be cleaning and disinfecting throughout the day all high-touch areas and common areas in the building. And of course, our classrooms will be cleaned and disinfected in the evenings using our air misters. The other option is the 100% online instruction, and that would include what we're calling synchronous and or asynchronous learning. Synchronous would be live. The asynchronous would be on alternate hours. If a family chooses online instruction, the instruction will be synchronous and or asynchronous. Your child will have the ability to log on and view their Shamokin area teacher deliver live instruction at certain times of the school day. We will be taking attendance virtually. We will be coming out with a fact sheet, which I will present tonight and will be available on our website tomorrow. We will have asynchronous learning for those who cannot participate live. And we will be providing Chromebooks for students who do not have devices that would be appropriate for educational learning at home. In regards to transportation, parents will have the option. You can have your child get on our buses and they'll have to wear a mask. However, we do encourage parents who have the capability to transport their children themselves to school to take advantage of that opportunity. Our buses will be disinfected before and after the routes. Students will be required to wear masks, and there will be assigned seats on the buses. And we will be asking the bus company to, keep windows open whenever possible to allow for the best ventilation possible. And that's kind of a brief overview of our situation. I think, the reality of the situation is we may start the year in one option and be forced to move into another. Right now, we're calling this the full return option. We may have to go to a totally online option at some point, or we may have to go to what some people are considering to be a hybrid model. Of course, we'll make those adjustments based on recommendations from the governor's office or PDE. So we're asking families that the option we're presenting tonight is it's 100% in person or 100% online, but start thinking about alternate arrangements for childcare in case we have to change in a day's notice as we get into the start of the school year. We certainly recognize the fact that there are many unknowns with COVID, and there are some of the decisions that we have to make are decisions that there's no correct answer. So just understand that we will continue to be flexible, and we will be ready to change as it evolves, and that we are in this together, and our priority is to protect our students and staff, and we will do everything we can to do that. So hopefully we can get our students in school on Monday, August 24th. I do want to talk about a couple of other things related to that, so I'm going to put some information up here real quickly. Our website at www.indians.k12.pa.us is a place where resources will be available. Also, our middle, high, and elementary Facebook pages. And there will be a survey that will be out tomorrow for parents to fill out. And if you have any questions, you can contact our district office. And there's the number, the middle high school office, the elementary office, and you can email any of those 6 individuals, myself, Mrs. Glozik, who's our supervisor of special ed, Mr. Hockenbrock, and Mr. Hajnowski, who are our admin in the middle high school, and Mr. Kiefer and Mr. Carnuccio, who are admin in the elementary school. And we certainly feel confident that we'll be able to help you and walk you through the decision-making process and answer any of the questions that you may have. So I'm going to end this, and I am going to, if we could turn the lights on a little bit, let's get the survey up. So just real quickly, before we get the survey up there, or before I talk about the survey, I just want to let everybody know that we feel that at this point in time, this is the best plan for our students and families. We do believe that our students need to be in school with their teachers, and that's the best way to learn. However, we do want to work with our families. We want to give you the ability to choose what you feel is best, and if that means having your students do, your children do 100% online learning through us live, that's great. They can do it asynchronously, or if you choose to send them back to our schools, that would be fine as well. You will have the option to change every month at the beginning of the month. And with that being said, let's talk about the survey. This is what our survey is going to look like. There we go. Basically, this survey will be out tomorrow. We're going to ask you to fill it out. You have until Monday, August 3rd to get the survey turned in. We want to take a look at where the numbers fall, see how many students will be returning, how many students will be doing online. For those of you who are still unsure about what to do with your child, on Tuesday, this Tuesday, July 28th at 7 p.m., we are going to do a town hall meeting virtually. We'll have it piped through the YouTube, Shamokin Area Television YouTube channel. There will be a link on our webpage for that, and we'll hopefully be able to answer your questions and alleviate any of the concerns you have to help you make a best informed decision. So when you do get to our survey, you will have to put the parent's email address, parent's phone number in there, your child's ID number. If you have multiple children, you'll have to fill out the survey for every child that you have. Your child's ID number is their calf track number, which is their lunch number, and if they don't know what that is, if you contact the school or their teacher, they should be able to help you out. Your child's first and last name, what grade they will be in for the upcoming school year, and then you will have to pick one of the 2 options. Option 1 is in-person instruction. Option 2 is 100% online instruction. And if you choose the online, you will have an opportunity then to click on a Chromebook loan form for those who need a Chromebook. We will do our best to supply you with one. Some things are on back order, but we're hopeful and pretty confident that we will be able to help as many people that need the technology. So that is our survey. The next thing I want to pull up here is one of the documents I referenced, which is reopening questions. And basically this is reiterated what I just went through, but this document is will be on rather, our website tomorrow. It'll also be on our Facebook pages. It's just basically a summary of what I went over and maybe address some questions that you may have. Also, I'd like to pull up our virtual learning plan that will address some of your questions as far as what the synchronous learning will look like and the asynchronous learning. Some of the highlights of that, you can see students will be able to attend live real-time lessons with their teachers. We will be recording those lessons and making them available to students who cannot participate live. You'll have 24 hours to complete your assignments. Chromebooks will be available for students who need them. We will take daily attendance. Students will be graded, and content and assignments will be the same for all students. So if your child's at home and not here in the classroom, hopefully it's a seamless transition when they do move back to the classroom, and you'll be getting the same instruction as if they were in the classroom. As far as their schedules, elementary teachers will be giving their virtual students times that they could log in to catch the math lesson, the language arts lesson, the different lessons that occur at the elementary level. Our middle high school students will be able to follow their normal schedule virtually. We will be recording those and making them available to students so they can complete them asynchronously. Students will be able to speak with their teachers virtually, and of course, our teachers will be available through email, office phone, and virtual meetings through the Google platform. As far as our lesson components, our instruction will include a bell ringer, a short instructional video, if a PowerPoint is appropriate, or other visuals. There will be examples by sharing the teacher's screen and visuals that support student learning. For reinforcement, we will have additional resources aligned with the skills that they are introducing. That could be a video, a reading prompt, or other examples of the skill that is being taught. There will be independent practice. There'll be questions, problems that will help the teacher determine if the skill is being achieved, and will give the teacher a better understanding of what the child is learning. There may be practice problems for your child as far as a lesson extension, and there are, of course, other resources that we subscribe to here at the school, such as iReady, 7 Mindsets, Edgenuity, Odysseyware, Reading A to Z, Unique Learning System, and textbooks. So that, in a nutshell, is our plan. One thing I did miss, the meals. We will be providing a breakfast and lunch for all the virtual students to pick up, and that'll be at their respective school buildings. So we feel pretty confident that this plan will meet the needs of our students and their families, and hopefully with any luck things will start to subside and we will be able to get back to normal as best as possible. Of course, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself, your building principals, our curriculum coordinator, or our supervisor of special education. And that's pretty much what we have. Again, a few reminders. Tomorrow, the survey will be available online and on our Facebook pages. When I say online, that's our website, www.indians.k12.pa.us. You will be getting a phone call from me as a reminder to that tomorrow evening at approximately 5 o'clock. We'll have these 2 documents that I shared with you on our website and our Facebook pages. The survey must be done by Monday, August 3rd. If you need a Chromebook, you can fill out a Chromebook loan form. And for those of you who would like some questions answered, we will do our best to do that for you. Our admin team will be here on Tuesday evening, July 28th at 7 p.m. for a virtual town meeting, and hopefully we can answer your questions and alleviate any concerns that you may have. Just want to say we're excited that we're going to have an opportunity to start working with your children again. I think it's important for all the students to get back into the classrooms and learning and having communications with their teachers. We are here to help. We don't want to put anybody in harm's way. We will do everything we can to keep your children and our staff safe. And as always, if you have any questions whatsoever, please contact me at my email address, call my office, call your building principal's office, or contact them by email. We are here to help, and At the end of the day, we'll get through this together, and I just want to say thank you for your support, cooperation, and patience. That's all I have. That was a lot.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Okay, very good. Let's get into the meeting now. I need a motion to approve board minute meetings.
Motion.
On a question? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes have it. I need a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
Motion.
Second.
On a question? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes have it. Need a motion to authorize the payment of bills.
Motion.
On a question? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Hovenstein.
Yes.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Scandal.
Yes.
Mrs. Smougin.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes. I need a motion to approve all contracts and agreements for student services.
Motion.
Second.
On a question? Roll call.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Scandal. Yes. Mrs. Smougin.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes.
Mrs. Hovenstein.
Yes.
I need a motion to approve the school plan.
Motion.
Second. On a question? Roll call.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Scandal.
Yes.
Mrs. Smougin.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes.
Mrs. Hovenstein.
Yes.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
I need a motion to approve the independent golfers.
Motion.
On a question? Roll call.
Mrs. Scandal.
Yes.
Mrs. Smougin.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes.
Mrs. Hovenstein.
Yes.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mr. Persing.
Yes. I need a motion to approve instituting LERTA.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Mrs. Conjure.
We were gonna, I guess, table this one,
Yep. Because we don't know whether they're there.
the table, tabling.
This one's getting tabled? Okay, just
A motion to table.
motion, okay, need a motion to table
Motion.
504.
I'll make a motion to table.
Second.
All those in favor of tabling?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, 504 is tabled. Need a motion to adopt the resolution.
Motion. Second.
On a question? Roll call.
Mrs. Smougin.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes.
Mrs. Hovenstein.
Yes.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Scandal.
Yes.
I need a motion to approve the reassessment and reduction of the real estate bill.
Motion.
Second.
On a question? Roll call.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes.
Mrs. Hovenstein.
Yes.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Scandal.
Yes.
Mrs. Smougin.
Yes.
I need a motion to approve the exoneration request.
Motion. Second.
On a question? And that is a roll call.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes.
Mrs. Hovenstein.
Yes.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Scandal.
Yes.
Mrs. Smougin.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Okay, I need a motion for the board treasurer's salary, just so everybody knows, Laura Scandal's donated her salary back to the district to do with whatever they want. So thanks, Laura.
Well, I'm gonna designate for teacher trainings and, you know, if they're in services teacher.
Okay,
Good.
thank you. Need a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Anybody have a question? Roll call.
Mrs. Hovenstein.
Yes.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mrs. Scandal.
Yes.
Mrs. Smougin.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths.
Yes.
Okay, we're going into personnel. I need a motion to approve all personnel items in 601 through 6.06 as listed.
Motion.
Second.
On a question? Roll call.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mr. Persing,
Yes.
Mrs. Scandal,
Yes.
Mrs. Smougin,
Yes.
Mr. Anderson,
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths, Mrs. Hovenstein.
Yes.
Okay, now we're gonna go into board members' reports. I'll start it. I just want to say, I just hope all the parents out there listening, answer the survey. Please answer the survey. You guys put a lot of time getting all this stuff together. So we have a good idea which direction we're going in the next month. So just any questions, call Mr. Venn. If you need a cell phone number, I'll give it to you in a couple minutes. But
That's
no,
all right.
Just fill out the survey. That's all I got to say. Anybody else? Nobody else? Okay.
There are some comments
Oh,
that came through, so.
let's answer them.
Okay, we do have a couple of questions. One person asked why the meeting is not open to the public. We were concerned about not meeting requirements proposed by or stated by the governor. So that's why we're doing it virtually. Someone had,
Can I ask who that?
yes, online here it says Charles Black.
Thank you.
Also online here, Kara Kurtz asked about what would happen or what happens to class rank. We would still have class rank. This is moving forward just like regular school, except there would be an online piece at this time. So class rank would be what it is supposed to be. Hopefully that answers that question. And I got one other question here about the masks that the students would wear if they brought their own masks in. Are there going to be any regulations on colors and styles? And at this point in time, we haven't thought that 100% through, so we will make sure that we have an answer for that, maybe on Tuesday night at the town hall meeting, but we'll certainly get the word out before school starts, and that's an excellent question. Something I forgot to add with my presentation, I did want to mention, this option applies to our students who are currently enrolled in outside cyber schools. So if you are attending an outside cyber school, come back to our district, come back to our online virtual live program. You can continue to do the online, but it will be with our teachers here at Shamokin area. You'll get access to our curriculum, our sports, our clubs, our activities, our prom, our VOTEC, our graduation ceremony. You'll get a Shamokin area high school diploma, and you'll help keep your taxes down. And if you do the math, every 10 students that come back from an outside cyber school saves the district and the taxpayers between $100,000 and $200,000. So if you're an outside cyber school student and you're watching tonight's meeting, come on back. We'd love to have you. Sign up, call the school, and indirectly you will save money. So remember, as Mr. Persing said, parents, please get on, do that survey, or have it completed by Monday, August 3rd. Don't forget to tune into the town hall Tuesday, July 28th, 7 o'clock. There will be a link on the website. And if you have any questions in the meantime, please do not hesitate to reach out. That's all I have.
Okay. Okay, an executive session was held for personnel issues on Tuesday, July 23rd, 2020, from 5:30 PM to 7:40 PM prior to the regular monthly board meeting. Citizens' comments, nothing. I need a motion for adjournment.
Motion. Second.
We are adjourned. Thank you.